It is a disturbing statistic. Women serving in the U.S. military are more likely to be raped by a fellow soldier than killed by enemy fire. Well, now a group of women is suing the Pentagon's leadership, alleging they turned a blind eye to their reports of sexual assault and harassment while on active duty. NBC's Michael Isikoff has the exclusive details. Michael, good morning.
Good morning, Meredith. The number of reports of sexual abuse in the U.S. military is alarming, and a lawsuit being filed today pins the blame on the Defense Department's top leadership. 25-year-old Rebecca Havrilla was a sergeant in the U.S. Army in 2007, serving as the only female member of a bomb squad in eastern Afghanistan. She says she was constantly harassed and groped by her team leader.
He made a habit of telling me exactly what he wanted to do to me, of trying to pull me into bed with him, of grabbing my waist and trying to kiss my neck and grabbing my rear end as I'd walk by.
Even though she faced enemy fire from the Taliban, Havrilla says her most harrowing experience was what happened on her last day in Afghanistan when a fellow sergeant trapped her inside his room.
He pretty much said, "You're not leaving until I get what I want," and pushed me down on the bed and used his body weight at that point to hold me down and proceeded to rape me.
Havrilla says her assailant took photographs of her while he raped her, and the pictures were later posted on a porn site, hotmilitarygirls.com.
You want to talk about feeling completely and utterly exposed.
In today's lawsuit, more than a dozen current and former members of the U.S. military accuse the Pentagon of ignoring sexual abuse complaints within the ranks. Who are they suing? Secretary of Defense Robert Gates and his predecessor Donald Rumsfeld, saying both failed to take aggressive measures to protect women and crack down on the military's sexist culture. Since 2004, the Pentagon set up the Sexual Assault Prevention and Response Office to deal with the issue. In 2009, there were more than 3,200 reported sexual assaults in the military. But the Pentagon itself says most go unreported, and their own figures suggest fewer than 1/4 ever get prosecuted. The Pentagon wouldn't comment on the lawsuit, but Kay Whitley, the director of its sexual assault office, says this is a tough issue.
The research tells us that it takes 8 to 10 years to change a culture.
Next month, her office will launch a new victims hotline.
If there are any victims out there that are not getting the care and the help they need, that's what I'm here for. Someone needs to let me know, and they need to give me the details so that I can help them.
Sarah Albertson was a Marine corporal at Camp Pendleton in 2006. After a night of partying in the barracks, she says a superior officer climbed into the bed where she was sleeping and forced himself on her.
I just kind of panicked, froze. I didn't say anything.
She admits she was drinking heavily that night, but after reporting the incident, she was still forced to work in the same office as her assailant.
I was told I just needed to suck it up until the end of the investigation and to continue treating him with the respect his rank deserves.
But who told you to suck it up?
All of them. That was just the general attitude. The specific words were, Marines don't cry.
She went into depression and gained 30 pounds, requiring her to undergo a weight loss program. The officer in charge, the man she says had raped her.
I had to report to him about my body every day.
Albertson says she only escaped her assailant when she was deployed to Fallujah in Iraq in 2008.
I actually felt much safer there than I did back at our command.
You felt safer in Iraq than you did back at your command in the United States?
Definitely.
The lawsuit doesn't identify any of the accused assailants, but both Havrilla and Albertson say the men they accused denied having non-consensual sex, essentially making their accusations a matter of he said, she said. But a spokesman for Defense Secretary Gates says the Secretary has been pressing the armed forces to address the issue. This is now a command priority, the spokesman says, but we still clearly have more work to do. Meredith?
Yeah, that's for sure. Michael Isikoff, thank you very much.